Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I have another video for It's a Crafty Life 15 days of videos. Today is Wednesday, and on Wednesdays we are going to be using products from our stash that don't get used very often. So a couple months back on my Patreon, I asked the question in our Facebook group, what products do you not use enough? What products are in your craft room that you love, but you just don't use them enough? So I am going to be taking some of those answers, some of my own things in my craft room that I don't use enough for Wednesdays, and I'm going to be playing with those products and showing you guys different ways to use them or just using them on layouts. So today we have Nuvo drops. Okay, this is super fun. So I went ahead and grabbed an array of colors, rainbow if you would say, of colors, and I squirted them, and then on like just regular white cardstock, nothing special, not gessoed or anything, and then I used a palette knife and I kind of just smeared them. Really, this was the first time that I've ever done something like this, and I think that I saw it on a scrapbook.com like Insta stories or Instagram thing, I think. I filmed this like 2 months ago, so I can't really remember exactly where I found the idea, but I am using the leftover that's on my palette knife off to the side, and I'm actually going to use that as well. So this is just a different way that you can use your Nuvo drops. So you can use them with a palette knife. You don't necessarily have to do a rainbow like I did. You could just do 3 colors and kind of swipe it and make a really thin layer. And y'all, this stuff dries. You guys, if you've used not glossy accents, if you've used Nuvo drops, you know how they dry. There are matte ones, and then there are glossy ones and glitter ones. All kinds of different ones, and they just dry beautifully. The texture that it adds, look at that. It's dried. I let it dry naturally because I didn't know how it would react with the heat gun. So I just let it dry for like a while naturally. And now I'm using my dyes, which is also another product that I don't use very often. That I would like to start using more. I really would like to get more word dyes to use for titles and subtitles. And so this word dye, I believe, is from Catherine Puller, and it says favorite. And I used the rainbow that I created and cut it out, and look how pretty that is, y'all. I love it. I'm also going to cut out some hearts with some of my heart dyes. Now, I'm not going to leave this whole process in because I do cut a lot and it does take a little bit of time, but I'm making my own embellishments. So you can use your Nuvo drops and create your own embellishments with your dyes, or punches would work as well here for this. You could do a border punch. Oh, that would be gorgeous. Do a whole bunch of border punches with different colors of Nuvo drops. That would be really stunning. So here we are with the magic of editing, and we have all of these beautiful hearts cut out, different colors, different shape, or not shapes. They're all hearts, different sizes. And I'm also doing a little stash bashing here because I'm using an older collection from Amy Tan. It is Picnic in the Park. This is one of the collections that I pulled to use for this month for my stash bash videos, just because it is a collection that I absolutely love. And I really don't have that much left of it, and I would like to go ahead and bash it. Get it out. Make room for new. So the photo that I'm documenting today is a picture of Greg, Emily, and Maggie. Y'all, look how cute they are. First of all, they're adorable. Second of all, this was, I think this was 2019, I'm pretty sure. But I was actually not there for the weekend. I think it was during one of my retreats, and they were in the Mustang going somewhere, and riding with the windows down, and Emily took this selfie at a stoplight, and Maggie's face is so close to the camera. It looks hilarious. She looks like an old person. She looks like my grandma did when she was like trying to FaceTime or something. Like she she was in her late 70s, early 80s, so she didn't really know like how to use the FaceTime, and so she would get really close to it. And anyways, that kind of reminds me. It looks like Maggie. Like she's so close to it. It just looks so funny. So I am going to use a black piece of cardstock for the background because look at all these beautiful bright colors in this collection. One of the reasons why I love it, oh my gosh, it's so pretty and vibrant. And they are more of your like true colors, I guess, like a true blue, true orange, true red. And it's got some pops of purple in it and green and pink. And so I really thought that these Nuvo drop embellishments that I created would work really well with this collection because it is so bright and vibrant. And all of these little hearts, look how bright and vibrant they are. They're just stunning. So I'm not going to use all of them. I really didn't have any idea how I was going to use them, to be quite honest. I just knew that I wanted to use them. So now I'm looking through my thickers and I'm trying to figure out which ones I wanted to use just for this. It's just my favorite. That's going to be my title. It's pretty basic, pretty simple. Nothing extravagant about it, but it just really pops on that black background. I am using a liquid adhesive just because this die cut is so thin. So there's just no way that I would get, my ATG on that without tearing it up. You could also use double-sided adhesive, like strips, and I could have cut it out with that, and then it would have had a sticker on the background or on the back. I always think of these things like after the fact. So yeah, some of the glue kind of seeped out. I used a little bit too much, so I'm just using my little craft pick to kind of like scrape it off. I don't know. Because yes, this does dry clear. However, it does leave, like you can still see where it's at, especially if it's on a dark background. If it's a white piece of paper, not so much, but on the black background, you can see it. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue things down. Now, a lot of these paper layers that I'm using were already scraps. Actually, all of them were already scraps. I think the red one I did trim down a little bit, but the rest of them I think were, I believe that they were scrap papers. And I like doing that with my scraps, honestly, especially with my bigger ones. I like to just use them as they are, or trim them just a little bit just to make layers on my layout or from behind my photo. So yeah, now I'm going to, I don't have that many embellishments from this collection either. I have the thickers here, and then I also have the stickers, and y'all can see that I've used quite a bit of these. Not the stickers so much, but the thickers I have. I really wish that I would have got the die cuts from this collection because they were super cute, but I did not. So here we are. Again, it would not be a Heather layout without some kind of floral. And so here's where I try to figure out how I want to use these hearts. I just wasn't sure. And so I did them like this, and then I was like, ooh, I really like that. That's cute. But I end up adding a couple more to it, and it's just perfect. I absolutely love the way that this looks. I am going to use some foam adhesive behind these hearts, just because I kind of wanted them to pop up off the page to add that extra dimension, and I just love the way that it looks. You guys, pull out your Nuvo drops, try this technique. Please tag me. I would love to see your creations. Just tag me on Facebook or Instagram, Heather's Crafty Life. I love seeing what y'all create. If you're inspired by me in any way, I really love to see what you guys create. So please tag me. And yeah, so I decided to add two little ones from the top and the bottom. I really wanted to bring in that yellow, and then also I'm bringing in that royal blue, but you know, On camera, I don't think that you can really, yeah, you can see it, but it kind of blends in with that blue paper, which is okay with me. So now I'm going to do some more embellishing. I was thinking about using this as a layering piece, and it just wasn't working. I didn't really care for it on this layout particularly. There was this little like border strip of sticker that had all of the rainbow hearts, and I really liked that. So I ended up putting that right there below the photo and kind of tucking it behind the floral cluster. And then I'm also adding foam adhesive to that floral cluster as well. And I'm going to work on some more embellishing. I am going to use some more of these hearts, and you know, some of them turned out better than others, and so they're all really super pretty. But some of them have more coverage, some of them have a little more texture, some of them are more smooth, and they're just super fun. I think that these would be really fun to use in an art journal page as well. So yeah, I am going to keep on embellishing. I really had a hard time with my clusters for this one for some reason. I don't know. I think it's because I didn't have any die cuts. I really personally love die cuts. I did just use one of the thickers, and it says "So Funny," and it's pointing to Maggie. And then I'm going to use this little label here, and I will write the date on that before I put it in the album. And then this little sticker says "Life is Good." And I'm going to add a couple little flower stickers, and they're just gonna kind of, again, add to the layers and add to the cluster. And I really like the way that that looks, kind of peeking out. And then I also added another floral up at the top of the photo. I think that that's super cute. And then I am going to do a cluster at the top right hand side of the layout. And this cluster is going to use mostly, I think, stickers. So quite a few of the stickers here. I'm going to do some little layers here. You could use washi tape for that as well. And then I'm going to pop this up on some foam to add some dimension. And it's just a little arrow. And then I am going to, oh, I thought I was going to add this, but I ended up not adding it. The leaves, I don't know why I wanted to add it. It just wasn't working. I try really hard though. And then I'm going to bring in some matte enamel dots from my stash in a couple different places of the layout. And that is going to be my layout for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. What is a product that is in your stash that you don't find yourself using enough? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know what everyone's product is, and hopefully I will be able to use some of the products that you have trouble using. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to spread love and be kind. Bye, friends.